He's confused to the cow why the cows meant fossils of marine animals when it doesn't have a C. T. Oh my god, New World Theory just dropped. New World Theory just dropped. But I think this was, no, we had this previous theory before. Actually, this isn't a new theory. We've had this theory before, but this just further confirms it. Remember when I told you guys that I think Genshin is like modeled after actual like coding in video games? And that what's it called? The cycles were actually like memory held in a stack. Do you guys remember this conversation we had where I was like, oh, every time they make a new world, it's not them making a new world, it's them literally like putting in like a new layer on top of the old one. And like how like everything below us is just like the previous worlds, and that the only way you can access a world at the bottom is by removing literally every single one, right? I think this just further proves that, right? And I think that further proves why when we go down like that Notland volcano, we see a sky when we look this way. And it's because it's not like what we said, like it's not a globe. Like this world is not a globe, it is like a stack of papers on top of each other. Teyvat built like Jenga, built like a book, a storybook, where every new cycle is a new page being flipped. At the end of the story, we just start going back in reverse, 1999 style. So it's like light cones? Teyvat is a stack of sticky notes that someone is sketching on. Yeah! Oh my god, you're so amazingly smart. Now I can actually fucking show chat. It's literally like this. And like every cycle is like a new page underneath. So like that means theoretically, like that's why we can go back to previous era, because the previous era still exists. It's just being like hidden. It's being like buried underneath like a reset. That would explain Mavika's theory of time. I feel like in a way, yes, where like time exists in like all forms, because like you can go back if you want to. You just have to go deep enough. So Conria's third cycle? Honestly, maybe. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm being, like, we are living a lie. Every time I think about, like, the beginning of the game, 500 years passing and us waking up from being, like, from sleeping, it's giving memory wipe. Like, it's giving that's when the cycle restarted. I swear there were flat Tevaters, NPCs. There are. In Sumeru. Also, what's up, Ish? How are you? Flat Earthers? Sumeru. Genshin. I have a revolutionary idea. If Teyvat was round, that would explain a lot of things. How do I view this person, what they say? This dude. Okay, he says...
These numbers don't make any sense. I can't get them to make sense no matter what I do.
Apparently, that's what happens when you use Nihita's skill on him. And then when you talk to him, you say, "What are you calculating?" And he says, "Before I answer your question, let me ask you something. What do you think Teyvat is like?" You don't have to respond, just think. I have a revolutionary idea. If Teyvat was round, that would explain a lot of things. Why are there currents in oceans? Why would the sun and moon alternate and rise? Why would there be changes in temperature? All could be explained with a round Earth theory. So what's the discrepancy? And he says, sigh, that there's the rub. My theory is perfect, but the calculation of land surface doesn't bear that out. Like, he's basically saying that, like, everything makes sense physically. Like, the sun and the moon, the currents in the ocean, like, that all makes sense. But when he calculates, like, basically, I guess, like, mass, then the whole thing falls apart. Like, as if, like, what is happening above doesn't make sense with, like, what's the reality. Do you still watch YouTube theory videos about Genshin? I found one that connects Genshin to the movie Angel's Egg. Only thing is it's kind of long. Also, hi, Allie. I do still watch stuff. Like, if you think it's, like, really engaging. Hold on. He does talk about more. I'm just seeing if he talks more about that. Apparently, he had dialogue in an event. Star course deviations. If I continue my study down this path, I might be able to see why there is a separation between my theories and the calculations. The Indarshan Championships have done a lot of good for this time. If the Rotwasists hadn't selected Miss Layla as a representative, I could have never consulted her research. Okay. I wish he said more. Wait. This person is talking about the game and, like, there's no, in Genshin, when you're looking out, there's no horizon. Like, you can just keep seeing, right? Because, like, in real life, when you're on, like, Earth, you like, there's a point where you're literally looking so far out, if you have nothing blocking your view, that you stop seeing anything because, like, the Earth's curvature, right? But in Genshin, that doesn't obviously exist. But that's because it's a video game. Like, the only game that does that is Animal Crossing Wild World. Like, or, like, I'm trying to think what other games, like Mario Galaxy, like, when they're on planets, like, those are the only games that do that. Every game is made on a flat Earth, like a flat plane. Oh my god, this person went in, bitch. Also, thank you for the follow draw. Layla's story mentions the moon. Layla's all about stars. Oh yeah, Layla is all about, like, the moon and stuff. Wonder if they have any good lore. Violet Court description says the Earth was said to be larger than Heaven's dome. Oh, that's tea. So what they're saying is, like, let's say this is the game. Let's say this is the game map. Like, we're going top-down view. They're saying that we are this. Which totally makes sense. Because think about the Golden Apple Archipelago. It must be here. It must be outside of it. Because what is the explanation? Like, it's out of like Archon's gaze. Like, the gaze of Celestia does not go to the Golden Apple Archipelago. So that means that like Teyvat is in. Oh my god, it's like a giant hollow. No, you're right. It's like a giant, like ZZZ style dome hollow. We're in a fucking hollow. I thought the Golden Apple Archipelago was part of Mondstadt. No, it's not. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure they like specifically said it's beyond like the gaze of the Archons, which would mean it's outside of it. Hold on, let me just confirm. Golden Apple Archipelago. Limited time summer event. Dodo King. I feel like the Dodo King is actually something real. These islands are isolated from the outside world like a secret domain crafted by nature itself. Huh? According to Venti, the archipelago used to be called Har Islands. The islands were created during terraforming. Lisa mentions it belonging to no nation, meaning it is located in neutral waters. Okay, so wait, it doesn't really tell us. Like, it could be in here, just in a place that nobody has domain over, but it could also be over here. Venti didn't, like, create it. He just chopped off mountains, and then this is what happened. Venti's the reason for it? No, I'm not. But Venti could have easily knocked off a mountain and fucking yeeted it out, right? Like, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility, especially during his Archon days, where he was extremely strong. Like, he could have literally, like, yeeted a mountain out of the firmament by accident. Nihita talked to us, so it's not outside? I mean, I don't know. Like, Nihita is pretty strong, too. Like, I don't know if that's a confirmation. We don't, like, the Archons do have a hefty amount of power. They could theoretically, like, Mavika was able to break the dome. To think Nihita could possibly communicate beyond it. And remember, Nihita did, but Venti couldn't. Remember, we couldn't talk to Venti that much. We were like struggling to communicate. Or was that because we were in a dream technically? I don't remember the reason now. The Abyss Portal on Mondstadt Mountain looks like a hollow. This is similar with the anime manga Hunter x Hunter. They too have a dark continent beyond what people know of. Alice guarding the border is T. Oh my god, Alice is literally a Trump supporter. Also, did you hear that Celestia could actually not be Celestia and it's a dragon civilization thing? Also, the Venti statue points towards something. I do think the Celestia thing is very sus, especially since the new image that we got of the dragon like region looks like identical to it. I think this is really, really interesting.